Plug in all our solenoids or valves. Plug in all our valves. Plug these things in. Welcome back to another episode of Automotive Insight. Today's repairs a 2010 Mazda CX-7 with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. Customer state is leaking coolant. Upon further inspection, the water outlet is leaking, so that's what we're going to replace. Let's get into it. Okay, so the water outlet is right here. It's attached to the upper radiator hose. We're going to have to remove or get all this out of the way. So let's just start taking some stuff apart. We're going to disconnect the hoses on the purge valve. And we're going to work on trying to see if we can't get this off to the side. We'll pull up the engine cover. We're going to disconnect the 3 solenoids over here, the purge valve and 2 other vacuum switching valves. Here's another connector back here. We'll disconnect that. Looks like a capacitor. There's a 10mm bolt on the back side, and there's a 10mm nut on the valve cover to remove that bracket. There's a couple clips here holding a coolant hose on. We're going to disconnect those. And then on the back side of this bracket is a harness clip. A little bit better instruction. There's a bolt there, a nut there, a harness clip there. Disconnect that and undo the coolant hose from there. The 2 solenoids, they are held onto the water outlet by 4 T25s. We're trying to get a little bit more slack out of this harness. We're going to remove it from this stud here. We'll remove the intake tube to try to just to help clear some of this out. The clamps are 10mm. All right, so we took the vacuum lines out of the clip. All this stuff is really stiff. We'll disconnect the upper radiator hose. So underneath the water outlet is another hose right in between there. That looks like that might be the worst one out of these to get to, but that's what we're going to work on next. We're going to try to come in through the side here with some pliers and see if we can't get onto that clamp. All right, we got that, at least the clamp off. See if we can't reach in with some long needle nose pliers and get the hose off. On the back side of the outlet is a temperature sensor. We'll unplug that. Next, we'll disconnect the heater hose. Next, we're going to remove the 4 bolt holding the water outlet on. There is still a hose underneath attached, and the small one here, we're going to work on and see if we can't work it out and disconnect it at the same time. They're 4 8mm bolts. So to get the bottom, I left one of the easier bolts up top left. The bottom, the one at the back of the engine on the bottom, you can't get a socket on it. So we're using an 8mm ratcheting wrench to get to it. All right, so I got that last bottom one out. Got it loose enough to where I could take it out with my fingers. Next, we're going to remove, should be the 4th. Got it loose. Now we can probably angle this and get access to the other, to that last hose on the bottom. And then we can get to this one here. This is the issue. The inner part of the race, I think that bug just fell in there. Inner part of the race broke off and allows the gasket to suck in and to leak. And then the gasket looks like that. And it's also torn. Okay, we got our new one. I installed a new coolant temperature sensor with it. So next we'll go ahead and reinstall everything. We'll do the little hose first. Okay, we got our hose and clamp on. Now we'll have to work that lower bypass hose in there. Next we'll do one of the upper bolts. I've got the upper ones installed. These are all loose till we get all of them started. To get the lower front one started, I found putting it on a magnet to get it in there, and then hold it in with your finger to get it started. We'll reconnect our heater hose. Connect the radiator hose. Now we got all our hoses buttoned up back here. Next, we're going to work on this catastrophe. We'll put our last bracket in. Okay, we'll plug in our coolant temp sensor. Plug in all our solenoids or valves. Our purge valve lines. Put our intake boot back on. Put our hose clips back on. All right, next is topping off the coolant. So I've managed to lose the audio for the outro, just to go over the repair. This job was unpleasant. A lot of the hoses were stiff, stuff was brittle and broke a few things, and nothing wanted to come apart very easy, and there was no room. But this repair called for about 2 hours to do, and then the parts cost about $40 to $50 plus your coolant. But anyway, that wraps us up.
Said I'll pick you up at 8. You probably won't be awake. Call yourself an Uber, babe. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
You can reach around the engine, get it, and then